Chicago, a city of ambition, architectural marvels, and vibrant life. Tourists flock to Millennium Park, the magnificent mile buzzes with energy, and the skyline glows with promise. But just beyond the postcard views, another reality exists. Here, thousands struggle with homelessness, a crisis growing in the shadows of prosperity. Today, October 11th, 2025, we'll walk through Chicago's streets, seeing both the beauty and the hardship. Homelessness here isn't just about lacking a roof, it's a web of economic pressure, inequality, and a housing market leaving many behind. Longtime residents, families, and children are being pushed to the brink. While some gaze up at the Willis Tower, others search for a safe place to sleep. This is the other side of Chicago, a story of heartbreak, resilience, and hope. Let's begin our journey and confront the crisis we can no longer ignore. To understand Chicago's crisis, start with the numbers. Over 7,450 people here lack a permanent home, more than some small towns. While officials tout a drop in homelessness, it's mostly due to changes in how migrants are counted, not real progress. The real crisis, a 38% surge in homelessness among longtime Chicagoans this year, following a 25% jump last year. These are our neighbors, not newcomers. Every day 200 people seek shelter, overwhelming the system. Racial disparities are stark. Black Chicagoans are less than 29% of the population, but make up 53% of those in shelters and 70% of the unsheltered. Nearly a third of the unhoused are children, facing instability and trauma. These aren't just statistics, they're families, kids, and futures at risk. The numbers reveal a crisis of racial injustice and generational harm. Behind every figure is a life shaped by instability. These are not just numbers, they are lives. To see the crisis, leave downtown's glitter and head west. Millennium Park is filled with laughter and art, a symbol of Chicago's prosperity. But in East Garfield Park, vacant lots and boarded-up buildings tell a different story. Tent cities under viaducts reveal the human side of the statistics. In Logan Square, gentrification brings trendy restaurants and rising rents, pushing out longtime residents. Just blocks away in Humboldt Park, families double up or live in cars, unable to afford their own place. The prosperity of one neighborhood often means displacement in another. Economic forces that build skyscrapers downtown also fuel instability on the south and west sides. This isn't an abstract issue, it's visible in every neighborhood. The crisis is woven into Chicago's fabric, present in the shadows of its landmarks. Seeing this contrast makes the crisis real. It's not happening over there, it's everywhere. Chicago's beauty and struggle exist side by side. Why not just build more homes? The answer: cost. In 2025, building a single affordable apartment in Chicago can cost up to $884,000. Projects like Fifth City Commons and Encuentro Square are vital, but their price tags, nearly $900,000 per unit, mean only a fraction of the need is met. Chicago faces a shortage of over 120,000 affordable homes. Construction costs, inflation, and a maze of regulations drive prices up. Affordable housing projects face extra hurdles, complex financing, legal fees, and endless paperwork. Acquiring land and getting approvals adds more delays and expense. The very system meant to help has become a barrier. For every new building, thousands remain on waiting lists. Solving homelessness means untangling this financial knot. Chicago isn't standing still. Under Mayor Brandon Johnson, bold new plans are rolling out. The Cut the Tape initiative streamlines approvals, making it faster and cheaper to build, especially affordable units. The Green Social Housing Plan, funded by a $1.25 billion bond, will create city-run, environmentally friendly affordable housing. This gives Chicago more control, bypassing some costly federal rules. The Missing Middle Infill Housing Initiative sells city-owned lots for $1 to developers who build subsidized homes, revitalizing neighborhoods. There's also a push to legalize accessory dwelling units, like coach houses, citywide, gently increasing affordable options. These aren't silver bullets, but together, they form a powerful, multi-pronged strategy. The city is finally treating the crisis with urgency. Change is happening, and hope is on the horizon. Behind the numbers are real people. Maria, a single mother from Pilsen, lost her home when her rent doubled overnight. Now she and her kids move between relatives, her son struggling in school. Robert, 62, worked for decades but lost everything after a health crisis. He now spends his days in the library and nights searching for safety, feeling invisible in his own city. Families in shelters face chaos and stress. One father works full-time but can't afford a 3-bedroom apartment. His family has waited years for affordable housing. His teenage daughter hides their situation from friends, ashamed and anxious. These stories are everywhere, in every neighborhood, among co-workers, classmates, and neighbors. The crisis isn't about addiction or laziness. It's about a lack of affordable housing and a system that fails people. Hearing these voices reminds us, this is a human tragedy, not just a policy problem. Their resilience is remarkable, but they shouldn't have to be this strong. Every story is a call for action. These are our neighbors, and their struggle is our city's struggle. The crisis is personal, urgent, and demands empathy. We must listen and act. Our journey through Chicago reveals that official numbers only scratch the surface. The annual count misses thousands who are doubled up or couch surfing. In 2022, over 76,000 experienced homelessness here. The real number is likely higher now. Federal COVID relief is ending, creating a financial cliff for the city and nonprofits. The new One System initiative aims for efficiency, but there still aren't enough beds or homes. Yet, there is hope. New city initiatives and developments show progress is possible. These buildings are more than structures. They're beacons of hope for families. Solving this crisis requires more than money or policy. It demands empathy. We must see the humanity behind the issue. Maria, Robert, and countless others. Homelessness is a collective responsibility, not a personal failing. Chicago faces a defining choice: shine for a few, or build a city where everyone has a home. The choice is ours.